UFC is about to hit the 31st season of The Ultimate Fighter. The last season was just a great pairing of coaches, okay? We had Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes. Before that, I want to say it was Brian Ortega and Alexander Volkanovski. Another great pairing. Really entertaining stuff there. And before that, it was even better with Robert Whitaker and Kelvin Gastelum. And I just remember when Kelvin Gastelum like gassed out doing a race. Um, that was pretty funny. Anyways, listen, bro. Season 31 is coming. It's probably gonna film in March because these shows usually air from May to like August, or it can go to like July. So we need a fight that's gonna happen probably after March, right? And I have the perfect idea for a season, okay? I've heard people suggesting Tony and Khabib, and they can like have a grappling match at the end of it. That doesn't intrigue me anymore, you know? Um, Usman and Edwards, would that really be entertaining? And that time doesn't make sense timeline wise. I think maybe it does, but is anyone interested in that? You know, like I know the UFC is not gonna do this idea that I'm about to give. I know they're gonna do fucking Valentina and Manon Fiorot or fucking Rose and Whaley or just something no one gives a shit about. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they'll do like Yair versus Josh Emmett, some like not that. You know what I'm saying? But that's an example of what they would do. Okay, they're thinking about who they want to promote and not who's actually going to promote this show. Think back on the sickest seasons of this show. Okay, fucking season 10, Rampage Rashad, McGregor and Faber, Cody and TJ. You know what I'm saying? Like Chuck and Tito. You need beef on this show, okay? Alex Pereira, Israel Adesanya is one that would be cool, but I think there's not enough physical beef there. And the language barrier would make that really boring, I think. So I've got the perfect idea. You can see it in the thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail and tell me you don't want to see that, okay? My idea for the Ultimate Fighter Season 31 is Ultimate Fighter World Cup Paddy Pimblet versus Ilia Topuria, okay? You can do a shit ton with these two as coaches, okay? Think about it like this, right? Ilia Topuria just fought. Paddy Pimblet just fought. Okay, Paddy Pimblet might be injured, so he might need a bit of time off. But I can see him coming back for UFC 286 in March. And stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to be putting up a card builder for UFC 286 and giving Paddy Pimblet's next fight. But let's say we do Ilia Topuria on UFC 285 versus Brian Ortega. That'd be pretty good. Or versus like someone like Dan Ige or someone at featherweight that's I'm blanking right now. It's not going to be Chikadze. Someone like that, you know, maybe Calvin Cato if he's back. I doubt it, but you know, someone like that, right? Or Arnold Allen or Max Holloway. Imagine, right? Someone in the top five versus Ilia Topuria. Okay, that he might have a chance of losing to. And you do Paddy Pimblet versus someone else at UFC 286. They're both done in March. When does this show start filming? March. Turn them right around. You book Topuria versus Paddy Pimblet. You can do one of two things here. Okay, this can build up to International Fight Week, and they're like the featured bout, or maybe a co-main event if you're really desperate. Okay, but I would say put them as like the featured fight on International Fight Week, or you do a fight night before International Fight Week, maybe internationally, and these two are the main event, and you sell at the O2, or you do on a big arena in Spain, or something like that, right? Because here's my pitch for this. Ultimate Fighter World Cup, right? You get one MMA fighter from every single country, or maybe two from every single country, in like that European, like Eastern European, Western European type of area, right? You can get some Irish guys, you can get some Scottish guys, you can get some guys from Wales, um, England, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, right? And do maybe lightweights and welterweights or lightweights and featherweights. Those are usually the most skilled guys. We want a good season. We want good fights. But this beef is going to drive this show up the wall. And think about it like this. Paddy Pimblet is not winning a top 15, top 10 fight at lightweight, okay? Ilia Topuria is probably the highest ranked guy that he can get a fight with right now. UFC could book these two fighting right now. And he's beating a top 10 guy, potentially. I don't think he would. But listen, you want to get the most out of Paddy Pimblet. People are going to watch this show if it's Paddy Pimblet versus Ilia Topuria. because of two reasons. One, there's all this beef already, and two, because the entertainment is going to be there, okay? Like I said, Adesanya Pereira, there's not that much potential there for this. But Paddy Pimblet, Ilia Topuria, I want you to listen to how they both talk about fighting each other, okay? This is Topuria talking about Paddy Pimblet's last fight and about fighting him, okay?
Do you think he won any of the rounds? It's a lot of people seem to think Jared won all 3.
So the guy's asking Ilia Topuria if he thought that Paddy Pimblet won any rounds against Jared Gordon, which I didn't think he did, but this is what Topuria has to say. Keep in mind, he just won a top 10 fight at featherweight.
Yeah, Jared will win all 3 rounds. He did.
So he was watching this dude's whole fight, by the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was keeping a good eye on Paddy Pimblet. These two just seem drawn to each other, okay? You can tell they want to fight each other, dude.
Win any round. But anyways, him. Right now, I'm gonna celebrate my way.
Just rubbing it in even further. You know what I mean? It's just, I just want to see imagine these two together for how many episodes? 12 episodes, 12 weeks of these two trapped in a room together. I want to see these dudes coaching against each other as well. I want to see these dudes in a coaches challenge, and I'll get to that after this video. I want to tell you about the coaches challenge and ideas that I have, okay?
And like I said before, he's not on my way right now, so God bless everyone who is not on my way. If he cross on my way, so then we're gonna put his head like a prize head.
That's interesting to me, okay? He just admitted he's not in my way right now. You know what I mean? He's at featherweight, Paddy's at lightweight. But he's not dismissing him in that way. He's just saying right now he's not in my way. But if we fight, I'm going to fuck him up, basically, is what he's saying. I think these two want to fight each other. I think the UFC will do it. And the reason why I think they should do it for this, after their next fights, they're probably both going to win, or the chances are Paddy Pimblet's more likely to win his next fight than Ilia Topuria. If it's not a ranked opponent. I'm just straight up, right? They're going to give Paddy a Pimblet a more winnable matchup than Ilia Topuria is going to get fighting someone at featherweight. That's just how it is because he's in the rankings, right? So say Paddy wins, Ilia Topuria loses, or Ilia Topuria wins, and featherweight's all log jammed, right? Featherweight's kind of log jammed. You got to think there's going to be the interim title fight next, and maybe before then Max Holloway and Arnold Allen fight as well, and the winner of that is getting a title shot. So that's at least 2 fights before he's getting a title shot. Why not take a spot on the Ultimate Fighter, get a good payday, okay? Coach some countrymen, I'm sure. Maybe get some international teammates on there. You've got guys in Spain, you've got guys in Georgia. You know, you've got all these different countries that you could bring into this World Cup type vibe, right? And, you know, capitalize off the popularity of it as well. I'm sure it would be beneficial to both of these guys. And Topuria, you know, that would be a big payday. Plus, for Paddy Pimblet, he's not going to win another ranked fight. So get the most out of him while you can before he starts losing. That's just a no-brainer to me. Get the most hype out of this dude. If he's your McGregor, right, you have to give him a tough season before it all goes to shit, okay? You have to get peak Paddy Pimblet talking shit with Topuria. In the judges challenge being like, you're fucking terrible, lad. My dog fucking runs faster than you, lad. You're fucking dog shit. You little chorizo. You know what I mean? Like, you can get all this shit out, and Toporia's gonna be there trying to talk back. He's gonna be like fucking standing there, shut up, motherfucker, fuck you, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be so good, bro. I can just picture this shit. And this is what Paddy has to say about it, because he's down too.
You and Ilia have had a bit of needle this week, and he said earlier in this room that the judges gave you a Christmas.
Look at his face, by the way. At first, he tries to dismiss Ilia, but he cannot fucking help himself but jump in. Like, this beef, dude, I'm telling you, bro, there's something here. Am I crazy? Like, you have to capitalize on this while it's here. Because if Paddy starts losing, or Topuria gets to the top of featherweight, this shit makes no sense. And Paddy acknowledges that as well.
No. Hand sanitizer boy can keep using my name for some publicity as he wants.
This hand sanitizer boy thing as well, I think there's something there. And that's proof as well. I want to add that as well to why this would be so entertaining. A lot of coaches, we've had some shit fucking seasons on the Ultimate Fighter. I'm talking like Gaethje Alvarez, like really, dude. Like like Kelvin Gastelum and Robert Whittaker. I love Robert Whittaker, dude, but why is he on TUF, mate? Like, I liked how angry he was at his team for being shit. That was cool, but like, first of all, I want to see these dudes having to coach people. And second of all, there's no beef, bro. We need beef on Ultimate Fighter. We need cool shit to happen. These two get physical with each other. Paddy Pimblet threw a fucking hand sanitizer at his head. Ilia Topuria faked the punch at him. Like, these two do not like each other. You need to capitalize on it. I can't say it enough. This is what Paddy Pimblet has to say about the fight, by the way, between these two.
It could happen. You know what I mean? He looked good tonight. Give him his due. He looked good tonight. He did. Bryce did rock him though in the second round.
So he makes a decent point. You know, the fight could happen. Despite the fact that Topuria is in the ranking, and he does bring up how it, like, the matchmaking wise, it doesn't make sense, but at the same time, the beef is so strong that they're still, like, drawn to each other, like they're in the same division. And you know, Bryce did rock him to the body, you know, and he does say this as well about the matchup.
And I am a lot bigger than both of them. You know what I mean? So that could happen in the future, but
That's true, man. That's true. I don't think Paddy would win that shit though. I think he'd get bombed on, but you do have to talk about the size. Even though I know Topuria's fought at lightweight, he looked fucking tiny compared to Jai Herbert, bro. Like, he really did. So, you know, there is always a chance that Paddy wins. I think he would definitely bring a lot of this stuff up and try and... I think he couldn't convince a lot of casuals that he could win. I think this would be a crazy good fight, man. I think just the beef, like, you could... There'd be no way that it would be done in one. Like, I think Paddy would bring out his best to fight this dude. That you could tell he completely believes he would beat this guy. And, you know, we'd have to see how his grappling stacks up, because he's a good grappler, man. He's a good submission artist. But, you know, let's hear what else he has to say about this matchup. This is the last thing I want you to hear about this matchup, because he acknowledges the ranking side, which some people may be a bit, like, dismissive of this idea about. But he acknowledges it pretty well.
as I say, I don't know when I'm going to be fighting now. I've got to get this ankle looked at. And if I was him, like, what? He's in the top 10 in the featherweight division now, isn't he?
See what I mean? Like, he acknowledges it, but he makes a good point about it. Listen. This is my reason why this fight will happen. Could happen. I'm not going to say will happen. They're going to do him versus fucking, like, Michael Johnson or Bobby Green or something at best next. But listen, he's about to lose, bro. I would at least let him lose to Toporia. At least get this beef in. Get a whole season of TUF out of it. Revive this dead show with this beef. This is his reason why it could happen.
On the way, just beat number 9. That just shows how I live in his head.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? He's still talking about me, even though he's in the top 10 in featherweight. If I was him, I'd be asking for number 5 or something. But he's asking for the Baddy, because he knows who the boy is.
Yeah, dude. You can tell he does not like Toporia. He wants to fuck him up. That is what I'm saying, bro. Enough of Pena and Nunes, bro. Enough of Ortega, Volko. I like all of them. Enough. We need this beef. We need this energy on TUF. We need Paddy Pimblet talking shit to Toporia, going, you know who the fucking boy is, lad? You're a fucking shite bag. You know what I mean? Like, getting full on his shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need Toporia throwing shit at him. We need this physical altercation, okay? We need Ultimate Fighter World Cup. We need the best fighters in the world. Most of them are fucking European at this point. You can get Russians in there. Get fucking everybody in there that's international. Do like a World Cup season, okay? The Coach's Challenge. Like, it writes itself, dude. The Coach's Challenge. Soccer or football. Do a football challenge. Do all the teams versus each other. Or Paddy versus Toporia, like, goal kick, penalty, shootout. Like, there's so many fucking ideas you can do with this challenge, bro. And then the final card, you can put it on International Fight Week. You can put it on its own pay-per-view, like, as a co-main event of a pay-per-view. If you know the pay-per-view is going to sell like shit, put it on like a light heavyweight title fight pay-per-view. Put it on an Adesanya Pereira pay-per-view. You know, do an International Fight Night and make this the main event. Sell out an arena. You know, we want TUF. I don't know why the UFC wants to kill TUF, but this is how you save it. Tell me down below if you would fucking watch the season, because I would watch this. Tell me this would be a boring season, because you're lying to yourself, alright? Comment down below what you think the next season of TUF will be. It'll probably be fucking Jessica Andrade versus fucking Carla Esparza or something, but this is what it should be, okay? The next season of TUF should be Paddy Pimblet versus Ilia Topuria. That's what I think. If you agree, drop a like. If you want to see this season, comment down below what you think should happen, what fighters you reckon will be on there, or any other ideas you have down below, alright? I'll see you in the next one, boys. Have a good one.